Alright guys, in this video we're going to talking about the law of cosines, which is on page 442. Okay, let me change into the blue color. Page 442. So what is the law of cosines? That's what we need to look at it. So having seen the law of sines, you will probably not be surprised to learn that there is a law of cosines. Yeah, obviously we learned the law of sines, law of cosines, law of sines. But do we have a law of tangent? No, we have a law of sines and law of cosines. Okay, there are many such parallels in mathematics. What you might find surprising is that the law of cosines has absolutely no resemblance to the law of sines. Instead, it resembles the Pythagorean theorem. In fact, the law of cosines is called the generalized Pythagorean theorem because it contains that classic theorem as a special case. So, actually, how can we distinguish the law of sines and law of cosines? Literally, in your law, you are having cosine. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So we have a law of sines. We have sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C. So you can expect you're gonna have a cosine A, cosine B, or cosine C in there. So now I'm going to show you the website, which is about law of cosines. So look. So this is the law of cosines. So this lowercase a, b, c representing what? Side. And then the capital A, B, C representing angles. So law of cosines, a squared equal b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine A. So your cosine angle part is always match what you have in the side. So a squared equals, you can expect you're gonna have a cosine angle A. Second law, b squared equal a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine b. So you have a b squared, then you can have a cosine b in the same law, and then it's gonna be same as c. Especially you have b squared plus c squared minus 2bc, which is you already have a b squared and c squared. You just repeat to using it. 2bc and then multiplied by cosine A. Okay, so samely, if you have a b squared equal a squared plus c squared, what can you expect? Minus 2, use the letters what you have, a and c, and multiplied cosine angle b. Alright, so I need you guys definitely remember this law. And then let me go back to our chart. So I just rewrite for you. A squared equal b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine A. Remember, those numbers are multiplied, which is here, multiplied, multiplied, multiplied. Alright? And if you have a b here, c here, it always give you b and c. And if you have a here, it always matching up your angle. Alright? So we're going to move on to the page 443 right now to talk about solving a triangle question. Alright, so page 443, example 1. So this situation is a SAS situation, which is a side and side. Angle should be between two sides. Okay, so solve a triangle ABC that given that A equal 11, B equal 5, and C equal 20 degrees. Okay, so can you please look at the page 443 all the way left? There is a one triangle, show it to you. This is our triangle, A, B, C right here. This is what, 20 degrees? This is coming from our information, right? And then your A, opposite of angle A, equal 11, and opposite of angle B, that equal 5. So I can say, so you can see that this is a SAS situation, two side and then angle between, right? So in this situation, you have to decide, okay, which formula do I need to use it? Can I use a law of sines or can I use a law of cosine? That's what you need to think about it. When we are gonna use a law of sines, we are going to do the sine A over A equals sine B over B. Actually, we can use a law of sine to get our angle B and side C actually. But this section we are going to practice what? Using the law of cosines. So please, using the law of cosines this time. So I already know my A, I already know my B. So what I am looking for? I'm looking for the side C this time. So I have to use my third formula on your book, page 442. C squared equals what? A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. That's what I'm going to use it. Alright, so this time you need to have your calculator. If you don't have your calculator, you cannot really find your answer, okay? Alright, so my C, I'm looking for it now. What is my A? 11 squared. What is my B? 5 squared minus 2 times 11 times 5 and cosine 20. Please practice to use your calculator, guys. I know you guys are familiar to use a calculator now, but if you don't know how to use it, then it's not really help you, right? So actually, if you are plugging everything into there, you can get your C squared is around 42.6338 and it's keep going up. So at this time, I don't want you guys round up now. You're going to round up later on, okay? So if you are going to get your C only, what should we do? You always put what? Plus or a square root with plus or negative. That's what we did. But look, this is a side. Can we have a negative? No. So you're going to have always positive. So you have to get square root of the number you got it from your calculator. Please put it everything. You can put squared on it, then you can get your answer. So what is it gonna be? Your answer. Let me use my calculator. So 42.6338. I know it's gonna keep going up. So that would be around 6.52. So they round up to the nearest 10th place, which is 6.5. I know that my answer is a little bit off because I just used the number which is shown on our book, but that means it keep going up. I know that if you plug in 11 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 11 times 5 times cosine 20, probably your answer is gonna be keep going. Just put the square root, okay? And then you're going to round up to the nearest 10th place. Okay, now what do we do? So I already know all my sides. So my job from now on, we're going to find what? Angles. Okay, so which angle are we going to find first? Okay, let's do the angle A first. So I'm going to use which one? First law, because I wanted to get my angle A. So A squared equal B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. Plug all the information. 11 squared equal 5 squared plus 6.529. So which is the number you got approximately? They plug in here. And minus 2 times 5 times 6.529. And what? Cosine A. So the calculation is kind of, complicated. So first, I have to move everything to one side. So 11 squared minus 5 squared minus 6.529 dot, 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 squared, it's going to be my top part, right? That should be equivalent to what? Negative 2 times 5 times 6.529, dot, 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 and then times cosine A. Now what do we need? You are going to divide it by negative 2 times 5 times 6.529. So it will be give you this. Your cosine A equals 11 squared minus 5 squared minus 6.529 dot, 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 squared all over negative 2 times 5 times 6.529 dot, dot, dot. That's gonna be my setting. So actually our book, we dealing with our negative so that you end up having this. Your cosine A equal 5 squared. So I just changed my minus into the plus and my plus into negative oppositely because of this negative. So this negative effect onto all the signs are opposite here. Signs opposite here and here and here. So I had a minus 5 squared. Now I have a plus 5 squared. And I have minus 6.529. So I know that I'm going to have what? Positive 6.529 dot, 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 squared. And minus 11 squared over 2 times 5 times 6.529 dot, dot, dot. So just plug in everything to your calculator. Now what? I want you to get the angle A. What should we do? Put the arc cosine. So arc cosine, and what you need to do? Plug in everything. What you have in here. You just have everything needs to be go into this parentheses. Okay? So now what's going to be my A? I know that your answer is a little bit off, but just for safety, if you are having like 3 or 4 digits of the number, then your answer is not really off. So, let's keep going. Then my angle A, if you plug in this one in your calculator, what did you get? It is going to be 144.8 after round up to the nearest 10th place. So I have to use approximate symbol this time. Okay, since I don't have my scientific calculator right now, okay, give me 1 second. I have maybe I can use because iPhone calculator is really hard to calculate. I know that you guys all have your manual one, but I don't really have a manual one with me right now, so I really don't know the decimal places after 0.8. So let me see that I have application on my phone, and I'm gonna try with that. Okay. Arc cosine, trig arc cosine. Okay, I got 5 squared. Okay, I need a parentheses. I think it's gonna be better next time. I'm going to download my calculator here so that I can really show you how I plug it into the video, because I didn't download it this time. So maybe next video I'm going to do that. So for now I'm going to just move on. This take too long. Alright, so now how can I have my angle B? I already know that my angle C is 20. Take it away. And we already calculate our angle A, which is a 144.8. Then what you got? It is 15 0.2 degree. So your answer might be changed depending on the what decimal places you're gonna round off. Okay, so and then usually if you have a solved triangle ABC, that means what you're going to give all the missing side and all the missing angles. Okay, so I'm done with example 1. I need you guys to work on the exercise 1 on page 448. Okay, bye.